are live. Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're joining us from. We want to say hello to you. And it's our crew again here. We are here globally again to talk about what we enjoy talking about, guys. We're so glad you're joining us here. And as you join us, please let us know where you're joining us from, and the comment section is for us all. We're here to communicate with you. We're here to chat with you. And if you have any question, drop in the comment section. Don't forget to share this video, please, because our goal is to reach as many as possible. And we cannot do that unless you share this video for us. So
That's
thank you once
right.
more for joining us. So let's get the ball rolling here. For those who don't know me, my name is Mary. I'm a mom to three beautiful kids. I'm a nurse. I'm also a digital business owner and a digital business mentor. And I got with me here my crew. Oh, guys, so I'm going to pass it over to you here to introduce yourself before we get going here. So, Rebecca, take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, viewers. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. It's good evening here from Perth, Australia. My name is Rebecca. I've already said, I'm a mom of three beautiful kids. I'm a wife as well. I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I'm a digital business owner and mentor. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. And we got a man in the house here. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this before I keep going. So many people, when they contact us sometimes, I don't know about you ladies, but they are like, I think this business is for women only. No, it's not
Yeah,
for women only. We
I've
got
had
a
that.
man here and he can tell you guys it's probably for men. So
Of course.
yes, we are global, not just like in terms of countries, but in terms of gender. So we got men, women, everybody can do this. So take it, my brother.
Good morning from New Jersey. I'm joining this live stream from New Jersey in the United States. My name is Ekene. I am a veterinary doctor and a registered nurse. I am a father of three children, um, a digital business owner, and a digital business mentor. So we're glad to have you here, and you won't regret joining us on this live stream.
I like that. Yes, you would definitely not regret. Please make sure you're here with us, and that time will be well spent for sure. It's just a coincidence that we're all from the health field. Just a
I
coincidence here,
know. I was just
actually.
thinking
But
about it a second ago.
I know, but I'm gonna tell you, we have people from all walks of life here. We have engineers, we have HROs, we have whatever you can think of. We got them all
Pilots,
here.
all of
This is
them.
pilots. Everybody. People are beginning to realize the online spaces has a lot of resources, has a lot that they need to utilize and make ends meet for themselves. So, what are you still waiting for? We're here to talk more on that and let you know how you can get started. Without forgetting you, my dear sister, take it away, Kara.
All right. Well, hi guys. My name is Caroline, and just like Mary said a couple of seconds ago, we're all from the healthcare field. I'm a registered nurse, and I live in the US, but I'm originally from Cameroon. I live with the US with my husband and three girls, and I'm a digital business coach as well. So it's a joy. It's a joy to be here with each and every one of you. And as you come on, please share this information. You may feel like it's not for you, but I bet you somebody on your timeline, probably needs this. So please do share.
Absolutely. Yes. It might not be for you, but somebody definitely in your timeline would need this. So share it for us. Give us those thumbs up, those love. We need that, please. Drop them
Yeah.
all here for us. Yes. Okay. So today we got something really exciting to share with. In fact, we always have something really exciting to share with you because our goal is to be able to give you value each time we come up live here. And that is exactly what we're here to do for you today. So today we will be focusing on something really interesting. Our focus will be based on how to get through those struggles when it comes to starting and growing a business for yourself. We know starting something new can be challenging, and just you gotta have that strong inner person to be able to get going, to be able to stand
Mm-hmm.
strong without being pushed down by your loved ones. We have loved ones, and don't get me wrong, they mean well for you,
Mm-hmm.
but their meaning well is definitely not your well. Not all their meaning well is your well as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have family members that will stand in your way and be like, you know what, this thing that you're about to do here, I don't think it's a good thing for you. This is not right. You shouldn't get into this. But again, why did you get into it? There is a reason why you decided to start what you wanted to start. And that's exactly what we're here today. We're here today to talk about how to handle those discouragements from your loved ones when you're about to start and grow a business for yourself. We here, all of us here, we've gone through that. We've faced those challenges. We've had either our spouses, our partners, our mothers, father, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, in one way or the other, intervene in the process of us starting and growing our business, telling us, oh, I don't think this business is for you. I don't think you have to do this. But the reason why we kept going is because we know why we started it. We started it for a reason. They did not get us into it. And because you started it for a reason, you have to hang on tight to that reason. So we're here to talk about that today. And we're going to start with you, Carol. You definitely went through challenges like that. Go.
I did.
Tell us, how did you navigate through such challenging time? Because again, when you start something new, it's like getting out of your comfort zone. You yourself, you are struggling so hard with it, not to talk
Mm-hmm.
of people around you trying to make things worse for you. How did you navigate that period in your business?
Now, I love, love, love this topic. I have had so many conversations with people that are going through, the same thing. And so I love that we are addressing or that we're talking about this topic today. Now, this is something that personally I went through as well. Because, like when you're starting a business, especially something that you've never done before, the first thing is even there is some, worry and concern. Oh, am I going to be able to make it? Am I going to be able to leverage these resources? Is this really for me? And all of that. So yes, you probably have gathered your information and gathered your knowledge and everything, and you are, let's say, 95% sure that it's the right step to take, but there's always just that lingering, concern, which happens when you're about to take any major step
Yeah.
anyways. That is always there when you're about to take any major step in your life, whether it's getting married or furthering your education. There's always, because it's unfamiliar territory, right? It's unfamiliar territory. Even in cases where the person has been married before, this new person you're getting married to, you've never been married to them before. So there's always that part of your brain that is like, okay, is this going to work? Like, am I taking the right step? Am I better off? Because a lot of times there's always that question of, am I better off not taking this step?
Right.
Right? Am I
Yeah.
better off just staying in my, how we talk about comfort zone,
Yeah.
as comfortable as your comfort zone may seem. But the question is, if you're somebody that is seeking growth, which any human being should, then you should not want to stay in your comfort zone, right? You should want to seek out those experiences and those opportunities that will help grow you, that will help develop you. So in yourself already as an individual, as somebody that is about to start that business or start that project or launch your vision and all of that, there's that worry already. Like, is this the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? And then number two, there is that worry of how will the public receive this, and of course, if it's the business that you're starting, you're relying on the public for the growth of that business. So at the back of your mind, you're also wondering, how will the public receive this? So now your cushion, or the people that normally should help propel you and encourage you and everything, you expect that to come from the people that know you and from the people that wish you well, or the people that you expect to wish you well, right? So already, without anybody saying anything yet, there's already that expectation of, oh, I have my friends, I have my family that are going to encourage me and, boost my confidence in this decision that I'm taking. And then the friends and the family that you're expecting that from, you start getting those darts as well intentioned as they may be. Oh, are you sure about this thing you're about to do? And then you get all sorts of examples, all kinds of examples. Like, I know of this neighbor that did a business like that before, and they don't even know about the business. That's the first thing. They do not even know about the business. Immediately they hear business or online business or digital business, it's already the assumption that they are an expert on the subject. And that's the first thing. The first thing for me was knowing that I knew more about what I was about to do than the person trying to give an opinion. Right? So if what they are telling me is not in line with what I know about what I'm doing, then it's inconsequential. Right? But again, we had to start from me knowing about what I'm doing. So if I'm doing a business and then somebody calls and is like, oh, all of these pyramid schemes, already that is null and void, because I know my business is not a pyramid scheme, right? So it's either you got the wrong person or you got the wrong business. Like your advice is all wrong, all sorts of wrong, right? So I am able to correct that, and that will not affect me. And then if it's somebody who maybe is giving that advice, with an open mind to also learn about what I want to do, then we can have a conversation there where I educate you on actually what my business is all about and what I'm doing. But because you also have those family members who will come, and then even though the information is wrong, you're trying to correct them, but they're not open to that. I'm just telling you, I'm just letting you know. And then they start giving you examples. This friend of mine did something like that. And, 1 year later, he lost all of his money into it because the business just disappeared into thin air. Isn't it that business that just started 2 years ago? My business has been in existence for almost 50 years. So you got the wrong business again, right? So the question is, how well do you know, how well do you understand, what you're about to get involved in? How well do you understand your business? In terms of the background of the business, the package, because every business has a package that they offer. It could be a service, it could be a product, it could be a combination of products and services. So you have to, first of all, obtain a certain level of mastery of what you're doing, to where when people come, I remember I didn't say if people come, it's a when, because it's going to happen. Even if it's not your immediate family, it's going to be a co-worker that maybe you respect, it's going to be a friend, it's going to be a casual well-wisher who should not even have access to you to the point where they are giving you their opinion about something this important. Somebody will slide into your DM and be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, like, I don't think we know each other like that, but okay, So you're going to get that at some point. The question is, how well do you understand? Okay, why are you in the business? Are you doing a business in the first place? Why are you launching that business or that project in the first place? And number two, how well do you understand what you're offering? Because those are the situations that will test the depth of your understanding and the depth of your knowledge, in your business, in your project, in your vision, whatever it is you're launching. Those are the things that will come, or the people that will come to test your depth in all of that. So if you don't understand what you're doing yet, or you don't even know that much about the business yet, I always tell people, starting a business, it's a journey. So in as much as you have those situations that will kind of hit you in the gut, and you're like, okay, and they start sowing those little seeds, right? Those little seeds of doubt. Take that as a learning moment. Take that as a learning moment. Take that as an opportunity to go back on the drawing board and find out this information. That way, when it happens again through another person, you will be better prepared, right? You'll be better prepared. And then another thing I always tell people is fall in love with your business. Fall in love with your business. See, do you know, like, somebody that is in love, you cannot tell them nothing. We've seen this in Nigerian movies, in Korean movies. We've seen this. Somebody that is in love, forget. It doesn't matter if you who is talking think that, if you're thinking that, okay, oh, their partner is subpar, like this is not your level or whatever. No, no, no. Like the people that I love are some of the most aggressive people when it comes to, oh, you better not tell me anything, right? Fall in love with your business, fall in love with your product, fall in love with your service. And another thing that happens when you fall in love with what you're offering to the public is it boosts your confidence.
Yeah.
When you're talking about it, there is a passion that comes across, even unbeknownst to you. Like you're not intentionally like being passionate about how you talk about it, but it just comes across. And you know what they say about confidence? Confidence is attractive.
Yeah.
Confidence is attractive. When you're talking about something and you're passionate in the way you're talking about it, even your enemies want to listen. Like, what is this one so hyped up about? They know that there has to be something about what you're doing that is getting you so excited every time you're talking about it. So those are, I think those are the three main things I would say. How well do you understand your product or the service that you're offering? How well do you understand it? Why are you doing it in the first place? Because your why will help you navigate difficult seasons a lot. Because when you're constantly reminded of that why, like you keep plowing, you keep doing what you have to do to grow that business. But if you do not understand the why, like somebody will just say one thing to you and the next day you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going back to my comfort zone. But if you know what is chasing you behind, that's your why. What is chasing you behind is your why. If you know what is chasing you, all of the noise and everything, that will be fuel. I've said this to so many people. Let it be fuel for you. One of the things that, and I've shared it to some of you about my brother. I love him. And I know that like some of the things that his opinion and everything initially when I started the business, it came from an amazing place, and when he saw that whatever he was saying was not affecting me, he was just like, okay, let me know when you make $5,000. When I make $5,000, I screenshot it and sent it to him. He was like, okay, let me know when you make 10,000. I screenshot it and sent it to him. And then the last one that I screenshot and sent to him, he was like, so if I actually start today, can we share like whatever bonus or incentive, like we can split it in half, the bonus or incentive you get from, having me start the business? I was like, no, we will not.
So building your business.
Exactly. So that's how it is, some of the time just use whatever it is they're saying as fuel. Because I told my brother, I'm like, how about like when he said, send me let me know when you make 5,000. I'm like, how about I let you know when I make 10,000? Because I knew what the potential in my business was. I knew what I'd seen, and I wasn't mad at him necessarily. Like, was I a little bit discouraged? Yeah, I was, but I wasn't mad at him necessarily. I just knew that the information I had about my business, he did not have that information.
Right.
So he was talking from a place of love, but ignorance.
Yeah.
Right. So I had to take that and use it as fuel. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'll send him the screenshots. And I did. So you're going to have people like that, well-intentioned, and some maybe their intentions are not that noble, but a lot of friends and families, their intentions are good. But again, it's on you to understand and be willing or not willing, because sometimes you even just want to move past all of that, because there are some of them that come and they're not even open to hearing exactly the truth of what you're doing. So with some of those ones, you don't even need to waste your time. You can just be like, you know what, I appreciate the intention behind what you're doing, but let's also assume that I am grown enough to know the importance of doing my own due diligence before starting a project or a business of this magnitude. Let's agree to disagree. So I always tell people, expect it, because sometimes when you expect it, it softens the blow. Like when it finally happens, expect it because it's going to
Yeah.
happen. Let it not take you by surprise. It's definitely going to happen, but expect it and be ready for it. So, sorry, I probably, as usual.
That was a very good welcome back.
Wow,
I'm
girl.
like,
Thank you so much. That was very informative, actually. We need that. We all need that. Our viewers need that because, like you said, in life, everything, people fail in everything in life. It's
yeah,
not just that. People fail in everything in life. And
exactly.
that's why only 5% of people in the world succeed in life. Like they
Mm-hmm.
really succeed in life because not everybody's meant to succeed in everything. And again, it comes to your why. It comes
Yeah.
to your why. Why are you doing this? Is your why strong enough to make you overcome all those discouragements from people? Because you're gonna face those discouragements, like you mentioned, Carol. You're gonna come across them. Be ready for it because people will come. So it's up to you. Do you want to be part of that 95% that fails, or you want to
Mm-hmm.
be part of that 5% that is going to make it through? It's all
That's
up
right.
to you. And I like how you kind of related it to love. When someone is in love, do not even mention because that person is going to backfire on
Oh,
you
they will fight
because
you.
they're going to fight you no matter how valuable your information is. They're
Yeah,
going to fight you back. So don't dare. Falling in love with your business is the way to go. I have experienced that. Like when you are not moved by your business, then that's exactly what you put out there because it
exactly.
portrays out there. It's like when you're not moved by your business, how do you expect to attract people to that same business?
Yeah,
Our goal is to be able to help as many as possible out there to get through that financial freedom, to get through that lifestyle that they want. We all have a lifestyle that we dream of in life. And if you've been doing the same thing over and over and it's not getting you to that lifestyle, it's time for you to change. And that's exactly why we're here. We're here to show you that there's so many doors that you can tap into. There's a lot out there that you're missing out on. And our digital space is one of them. In fact, it's the best that we've seen so far.
it's the
Don't look
best.
further because this is where it's happening right now. So thank you so much, girl. That information, we need it. We have a couple of people here watching us live. We're just going to take a moment here to acknowledge them. We have Emma. Emma is watching us live here. Says,
Emma,
hey, ladies and gentlemen, watching from Uganda. Whoa, thank you so much. And that's the globalness we're talking about here.
yeah,
Thank you for watching us live. And we have Nancy Swanjo. Did I say that right? Watching us from Townsville. Thank you so much for watching, Nancy. We appreciate you actually joining us live. Yes, guys, please share as you join us. We definitely want this to reach as many as possible.
hmm,
Thank you. And to our own Dr. Ekena in the house here. So, you are definitely not an exception. We've been there all, and we've had experiences with this whole thing because, again, it's a new thing you're starting in life, and you have been in that crew, in that circle where everybody was just waking up, going to job, to work, and surprisingly, some people actually they don't have a purpose in life. They don't know why they get up every day. If you ask them, they'll tell you, "We get up because some people get up. I get up because I'm
I
going to
get up
work.
to
Why
go
do
to
you go to
work.
work? I'm going to work because others are going to work." No, that is not the life we should be living. We should have a purpose in life. And again, that
So,
purpose, when you have that purpose drives you. And when that purpose drives you, nobody can tamper with your why.
mhm.
So, Dr. Ekene, you definitely have another reason why you wake up every day.
Right.
And I'm sure that's the reason why you're still in your business. You're still building that business despite all the whispering in your ears. This thing is not good. This thing you should not be doing. This thing. Tell us, how did you handle those people? My brother, we're here to listen to you. Take it over, my brother.
Thank you very much. Everything started transitioning online
Yeah.
from COVID. That's from 2000, right, up to this time. We
I got a
started
COVID
seeing
baby. Yeah,
changes.
that's how
Yeah,
I
we
measure the
started
COVID.
seeing changes in the way of life. The normal way of life was discarded. Some ways of life are permanently now discarded.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We are now imbibing the new way of life that COVID has brought onto us. And one of these ways of life now is the way we do business. And in our own platform, the way we do business is the digital way, the online way.
Yeah.
We've gone past the traditional way of doing business, and we have now done something extra. Even though we still interact with people, we still transact with people, uh, we do it online now. And that is very
Mm-hmm.
scary. That is a change from the normal status quo that our ancestors from a time immemorial have known business to be,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
They've known business to be
Mm-hmm.
the union of one or two people exchanging goods or services, right? But we have come and
Mm-hmm.
have decided to change the whole thing. And that is very scary. You know, it is scary for
Mm-hmm.
us, the people that have embarked in that new adventure. It's scary to our family members who love us so much, like Carol mentioned. It is scary to our friends on social media. It is scary to our friends at work. It is scary to sometimes our children because everybody looks at you as if you've gone crazy. You are here
Mm-hmm.
talking to your computer, you're here talking to your
Yeah.
phone, and you expect to get money out of that. You know, so that's a very scary and interesting uh, occurrence now that we face. So, how do we handle discouragement from all this that's going on? You see, from what I've mentioned, we already have a lot of reasons to get discouraged
Yeah.
because this is a new thing. This is
Mm-hmm.
a new way of life. This is a way of life that we term as the best because it's not going anywhere. Whether you
Exactly.
like it or not, this digital business way of doing things right now, the online space is not going anywhere. The internet is not
Mm-hmm.
going anywhere, you know? So we decided to come into this because of so many reasons. Everyone here or everyone that's listening to me right now has one or two reasons why they think their comfort zone is not more comfortable anymore, right? And they want
Yeah.
to do something new to change that feeling. And getting into an online business is one of those reasons, you know? So, how do we face discouragement from people that love us, people that are close to us, even people that are very far from us but are connected online with us? How do we face discouragement from them? You know, starting from within, you face sometimes a lot of discouragements in words, in action, you know, in gestures from your
Mm-hmm.
family members, whether you know that or not.
Oh
Sometimes they
no.
let you know that they are really against what you're trying to do. Whether you explain, no matter how you explain, no matter how good what you're presenting to them is, no matter how you talk about with passion what you're trying to go into, or what you're really doing online, they don't want to know because
Mm-hmm.
that fear of change has always been a very big setback for the humankind,
Yeah.
right? So we as humans are always fear of change. We are always
Mm-hmm.
afraid. Sorry, we are always afraid of the unknown, and we fear that so much that we try to keep to ourselves what we already have, not to let go of what you're really sure about, in order not to lose everything to what you're not sure about. So that is the
Right.
main. How do we face that? You know, so that's like Carol said, discouragements are gonna come. They're
Mm-hmm.
coming for sure. It's just, but the way that you go about that initially. Now, there's this analogy that I used to hear back in the day. If you know you're ugly, right? You should be the first person to tell yourself you're ugly, right? So
Hmm.
that no matter what anybody says to
You
It
know.
you,
won't bother you.
it won't hurt you anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're prepared for this inevitable challenge that is coming in form of discouragement, once you're prepared for it, there's no one that would pull you down. There's no matter what they say. No,
Mm-hmm.
there's no one that would do anything to hurt you that much.
Yeah.
It's very important because once you target the main character, everything goes down.
Mhm.
But once the house is fortified, there is nothing, no force can pull it down.
Yes.
So how do we handle that? Even though love, family members discourage us, they sometimes they don't see it as discouragement. They see it as a protective mechanism,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're trying to protect the people that they love. They're trying to tuck them away from being victims of maybe internet fraud. And don't get me wrong, there has been a rise of internet fraud because of people venturing into online business.
More. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this business platform, this platform of ours, this kind of business that we do has nothing that's illegal in it. It
Mm-hmm.
is very legitimate. This is
That
an online business. That's why we show our faces to the world because we know that this is a very legitimate business, right?
That's right.
We show
yeah.
ourselves to the government of our residential countries,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because we know that what we are doing is very legal, and we pay taxes on our businesses,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there is nothing to so if anybody is coming to me with that discouragement of illegality of my business, I already have the answer to that,
Yeah.
just like Carol said. So it's all about, like Carol said, knowing your business, knowing what you're getting into, knowing what you're really doing, so that you would have all the uh, all the stones that are being thrown at you to build your own castle, to
Mm-hmm.
Right.
build your own empire. So even though our family members try to talk us away from this business, try to talk us away from doing this or any other business
Right.
online,
Mm-hmm.
just know that internet business never goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And whether people get it now or not, they will still get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
That's
how
right.
would you feel if when you eventually get it, it's already too late? Or,
Mm-hmm.
people have already done so much, have already gone so far, and you are just trying to catch up. Just if you remember the story that Carol told about her brother, who is now trying to get in the business
And
while
they
she
have
while she has gone very far. So don't let anyone don't let anyone discourage you in any way. Be it family members, be it your loved one. Remember, marriage is there for two or more people, for two people in our own
Mm-hmm.
religion, right? And that marriage we don't pray for that, but it happens in our society
Mm-hmm.
today. That marriage may not exist tomorrow, but you as a person would still exist tomorrow if the owner of life permits that.
Mm-hmm.
Your children, who you are there to protect, who you are there to provide for, will always be there.
yeah.
You think of them in the present, you also think about their future. And this business would give you the opportunity to overcome all those challenges. So if you don't think about, if your family members or friends or relatives of people, co-workers are trying to discourage you out of the business that you're doing, try to think of the reason why you initially thought about getting another source of income,
Right.
trying to get another business that will sustain you. Of course, you were feeling out of place. You were feeling very stressed. Even when you have the money, out of stressing yourself, you don't even have the time to spend it.
Yeah.
Or when you have the time to
That's
spend it,
right.
it will be at the ER, it will be at the emergency room. Right? That's some
Mm-hmm.
people eventually
The
have the time
canteen.
to spend the money.
True.
And some people eventually have the time to spend the money when they retire. And before you know it, they call us for funeral. So all
Mm-hmm.
these things are the things that you look at and you would
Mm-hmm.
say to yourself, I would never be discouraged. If nobody thinks for me, I should be able to think for myself.
Yeah.
If nobody is thinking
That's
in the
right.
way, direction that I'm thinking, I should be able to think for myself. And as an adult, that's why this business is for between the age brackets of 18 years to infinity,
Yeah.
right? Because at 18
Mm-hmm.
years, you're able to think for yourself. You're able to make decisions that will affect you, and you're able to bear the consequences of the
Mm-hmm.
decisions that you make. So if nobody is going to think for you, you should be able to think for yourself. Sometimes we have
Just think
people
for
talk
yourself.
about
Absolutely.
uh, their spouses not supporting them financially, though they are very interested in the business, though they are very open-minded to a new change in their lives, though they are very ready to go into this business, but instead of their spouse helping them financially to go into the business, they lock up everything just to see that they discourage them,
Mm-hmm.
to see that they
Like
take
the
their
sender.
minds, their thoughts away from this business or from any other business online. But like I said, think of the reason why you got in the business in the first place, or even before you get in the business, think of the reason why you felt uncomfortable in the first place,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
financially drained. Think of it and ask yourself, will the way of life that I'm living now sustain me forever as long as I live?
Yeah.
Will the way of life that am I comfortable with the way of life that I'm living now?
Yeah.
Am I comfortable with the kind of uh, some people just say that they have come to life to this world. One is they go to school. Secondly, for people
Get it.
that need to go even. Secondly is that they start to work until they get old. They start to work until, like in the US, you retire at 62 to 65. So people start to work until they get to that age. That is not for me. That is not my kind of future ambition.
Yeah.
Why did I, in the first place, get uncomfortable with my life to see to make me think of having something extra for myself?
Extra.
That should be the reason for my decision to be solid. That should be the reason for me not to be pushed around, no matter the
Mm-hmm.
situation. My coming into the business may be delayed, but it will never be denied,
Yep.
right?
Mm.
Yep.
If I have the conviction, if I have everything I need, like I said, people throwing stones at you of discouragement, of making you suffer in any way, in one way or the other, just to make you deviate from your plans. I should use all those stones to build my own empire,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
this should
right.
you, whatever you're going through, my fellow, my viewers, right now. I just want to encourage you. All right.
Yeah.
Always, sometimes you need to be selfish. You
Mm-hmm.
need to think about yourself first.
Yep.
One man squad.
Yeah. So your marriage can cease to exist tomorrow, but your children would always be there.
Mm-hmm.
You would always be there as long as there is life. So think about yourself and think about getting something for yourself that would make your future an enjoyable one, that would give
Mm-hmm.
you a very uh, safe, how do you call it, a place that will give you something that you would land safely whenever
Yes.
anything happens. You know, a lot of people lost a lot of things because of COVID,
Oh
because of
yeah.
the transition from human interaction to online uh, business or online things. Because people buy stuff online right now.
Yeah.
Even people do telehealth online. Doctors see patients online.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, so everything has gone online, and it's this business is not changing. It's been here for many years. It's not going anywhere. And so is
Mm-hmm.
every other digital business. So if anybody is trying to discourage you, do not be discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
Stand firm and know the reason why you are trying to get into a digital business. That would really keep your head above water. So thank you very much for listening. And we hope to keep talking as time goes on. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, our
I
own Doc
love
in the
it.
house. Thank you so much. Wow, that was really it, but you nailed it. Thank you so much. And just going to touch on some points that you mentioned here. I always tell people when people come up with such discouraging talks and all that, I just tell them, you know what? I love you so much, but I love myself more.
Right.
Forget about that thing. Even the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself. It doesn't say love your neighbor more than yourself.
More
You
than
Yes.
have to know why you started that thing. You have to know it. So hang on to that why of yours so tight. And we're talking about change here. Human beings, actually, it's funny enough, we like human beings for some reason they love change. I think human beings love change, but they just don't love someone to initiate that change for them. They
Mm,
like to be the mentor, the root behind the change, not someone bringing that change into their life. When
Right.
someone is coming with that change, that's when they fight back. And that's why your why are you bringing that change into your life? When you have that why that you're hanging on to so tight, there's no reason why you should feel discouraged. You're just gonna keep going for sure. And I know, Dr. Kenne, you mentioned that retirement is between 62 and 65. Yeah, that's the official retirement. But funny enough, people work till they die. Like
I
you
mm,
was
find
telling to
people,
something
I'm
co-workers.
gonna, I know, I'm gonna quote an
70-year-old
example.
co-workers.
I went to a Walmart here the other day to shop, and the lady that attended to me, I'm pretty sure she's probably in her early 90s. I would say, I need to lie. Like, she was basically tripping while walking because she had to go around to come and scan my stuff because it was heavy. She was tripping, like hanging on to things to walk. Like I definitely don't want to be at that place when I'm at that
mm,
age. Like I should be enjoying my life somewhere, but nah, I can't. There's a reason why that 65 of that 60 it's too much for
it's
me to
too
work.
much, I
And
beg.
that's why I am doing what I am doing here. I don't want to get to that age and be working. Why? Why am I here then? Why am I on this earth? I have a mission. I believe so hard that, and you guys too, I know we are all in the same space right now. We were all born for a purpose and we have something to achieve in life. And it's up to us as individuals to pursue that thing. If you are waiting for someone to come and take you to that gold mine to dig it. Believe me, nobody will show up. You have to look
Mm,
for it yourself and dig it yourself. And that's exactly what we have here. You got to be ready to make that change for yourself. And that's how you get going with the change here. And okay, so we got some people here actually waiting for us here, watching us live. Let's check out on them here. We have Mr. Leopold himself. Yes, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from US, Arkansas. Thank you so much for joining us here. You're always here live with us. Thank you, bro. We appreciate your time for sure. And we have someone, Facebook user here. The name is Facebook user. It says, love this topic. Hi, everyone. Thank you.
mm.
Thank you for joining us. And we got Anna Oye watching us from Texas, USA. Thank you, sis. Thanks for joining us. Yes, guys, again, let us know if you have any questions, as Carol rightly mentioned. If you got any questions for us, drop it in the comment section. If you have any concern, anything that you want to know more about as far as this business is concerned. That's why we're here. We're here to talk about that. So again, it's about discussing. Let's have a chat here. I know there's so many out there who probably have in the back of their mind, what is this really about? How can I know more about this? That is why we're here. DM us,
Right.
drop it in the comment section here. We're here to answer those questions for you and clear those doubts for you right here. So, yes, we did not forget you, sis. We're here with you. I know we've been talking for so long and you've probably just been listening and like, I got so much here that I want to tell you guys. Yes, it's your turn, Rebecca. So, you have definitely gone through this thing, and I know you as someone, you have a purpose, you have a drive, you have a reason why you started your business, and that reason has kept you going all this while. You've definitely come across those discouragements, and because you have that thick skin that you built for yourself, because you have a why that has kept you going, that's why you're still here building that business. So tell us, how have you been able to go through all those loved ones, friends that have been trying so hard to kick you off your dream? Let us know, God. Take it over.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I think you've said, excuse me, you've said a lot. You've said a lot. So thank you so much. And it's common to everyone. You know what you said. It's common to every entrepreneur. Anyone who wants to do something different will have opposition. That is something that is going to happen because it looks like you are seeing your world from a different perspective to
Yeah,
what others are seeing.
I know.
That's why, like you said before, Mary, maybe only 10% are succeeding and the rest are not. They are all in the bottom where it's crowded. If you want to live there and go where there's more room, they don't understand you. The same way that I don't, or we have entrepreneurs, business owners, the same way that we don't understand why we should be laboring and building someone's empire. We don't understand why we should spend our whole life, trying to build for someone, working 9 to 5 or multiple jobs. The same way that we don't understand is the same way that any non-entrepreneur mindset doesn't understand why we are not comfortable with our job. Why aren't we comfortable where we are? We've got a roof over our head. We are all health professionals. We've got good jobs, which pays well. They don't
Yeah.
understand.
They're
The
like, what
mindset
is your problem?
Why are
what
you
at
doing
all
this?
are you looking for?
Why?
In fact, someone even and it's sad when it comes from Christians, people you call family. It's sad when it comes from people that you think it's in the Bible. You even quote scriptures and they would, because of the mindsets, people will also quote a scripture to counteract what you have
Right,
quoted.
right.
They're like, we all have the Bible.
Because they will say that it's all in the Bible. Okay. So it's really hard. That's why we have to have a positive mindset. We have to know that, how to handle it. I will say that no, don't argue in the first place. Don't argue with them. There's no point arguing, going back and forth, because you're not going to win an argument with someone who has a mindset, a fixed mindset that they are not
Yeah.
willing to change. They are not willing to, for you to come in and educate them. And it's so sad when those people are even highly educated. They've got masters, they've got PhDs, and they will not even look at it. Like, what have you got to offer? They don't even want to know. It's sad because wisdom is not just accumulating knowledge, but wisdom is the application of the knowledge that you are accumulating.
I love
So
that.
if you have wisdom and you have, knowledge and you have multiple certificates, whatever degrees, and you won't sit down for someone to explain a simple procedure to you or a simple business model to you, but you think, oh, because I've got the degree, I've seen it before. I know
Yeah.
people who have done online business before. They've lost their money before. So many excuses, and it's so sad because when they are doing that, then what it might encourage you, especially when you are beginning. When you are beginning, we have this training that we have to go through. So when you are beginning, you are still trying to get to know the business model, get to understand, build your confidence and all that. And I remember Carol used an example like it's like you are pregnant. And in your first trimester is when it's really risky and you are vulnerable. So that is a time that you have to protect yourself, whatever way, whatever means, because you are now trying to have this baby really take, hold.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how to, but you understand what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Mm-hmm.
when miscarriages can happen, and most businesses fail. New businesses fail because of all these things,
Yeah.
because of discouragement, and because they give up, because they don't really they have their why, but the people discouraging them, their voices become louder
Strong.
than their whys.
Yeah.
Their voices become louder than what they really got to know. Let's take Joseph, for example. Joseph in the Bible, I always go back to him. This little boy had a dream of his life, his future. And who did he share with? His family, his
Mm.
loved ones. He shared it with them, thinking they would what? Support him, they would celebrate with him, and they would rejoice with him. But no, 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 no. His own family. His own family, they stood against him. Why? Because when you have a big dream, it scares people with small dreams.
Yeah.
Right.
They become insecure.
Ooh.
They become insecure. How can you, little boy, Joseph, our little brother, how can you have all these dreams saying we are going to be bowing to you, we are going to be doing this? What do you mean? They plan to even kill him.
Mm.
So if they don't kill your dream because they are your family, what happened at the end? They did not kill him, but they sold him. So there will be something that would happen that Your dream is so big, they can't just handle you. They can't handle you. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to understand that it's not you, it's your dream that they can't handle. Your big thinking in your dream is making them insecure.
Yeah.
They are regretting all the opportunities that came their way at your time or at your age that they missed, that they did not take advantage of. You have gone into the online space, or you have now thought about having something, not building your life or going your life from paycheck to paycheck. You are thinking outside the job box. You are thinking wide. You are thinking, so many things, and they are thinking, how come? It makes them feel very insecure. So
Yeah.
one, don't argue with them. If they are not willing to understand you, understand the business, there's no point arguing with them.
Mm-hmm.
I started reading this book called The Miracle Morning. In this one, the author was saying he was saying something about can't change it. If something happens to you and it's so bad, if you face a discouragement in this business, for example, or in any business you are starting, or you have already started, and something happens, the first thing is, yes, you can cry, you can do whatever, because we are human, we have emotions, and sometimes it hurts. Sometimes when you hear things like that from people, imagine Joseph when he was saying, like, my brothers, why are you doing this? He couldn't
Mm-hmm.
understand. Why are you doing this? So yes, they might be coming from a good angle, but sometimes it's just because they are insecure. And when they do that, you have to now what? Be able to stand and say, no, I'm not going to let this thing bring me down.
Mm-hmm.
So if what you are thinking and what they are thinking is different, no, don't argue. They are not ready to understand.
Yeah.
If they are ready to understand, you can bring them to the table and lay things out to them. That is someone who is wise and smart. But someone who just want to be ignorant, leave them in their ignorance. As Dr. Ekemi said, when the time comes and their light bulb starts also what? Going or lightning, it might be too late, or they'll be
Imagine.
looking for you. They will come back for you. What happened? Joseph's brothers, when there was a famine, what happened? Joseph was now a prime minister. His dream had come to pass. And they came kneeling down, bowing down to Joseph, this same Joseph. And Joseph said, what? God sent me in front of you. He knew what was ahead. He sent me ahead. So let us not give up when we face many abuse.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say it. They will come, like you have
They
now
will.
said. They will come. We have to prepare ourselves. They will come. Don't argue with them. You say your point. If they don't understand, let them be, let them go. It's your life. You are an adult, and you are responsible for your own life, and you have the brains to take your own decisions and be what? Be responsible for the consequences as well. So you do that, and then the next thing I will also share is that don't like the why that you said. You said why because especially I wouldn't be telling other people my why. Like really, I don't have time for that. But if it's my husband or my someone close to me, then I have to share my why with them.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be able to explain to my husband to understand why I'm venturing into this assignment or this project. Because if I tell my husband, you know what, I'm doing this because it's a legacy. The work that
Mm-hmm.
we it's after all these years, I can't pass it on to any of our children. But this job says in the module, whatever you are doing, you are building it. It's a business, and the business is a company. I'm my own CEO. It's the company that can be passed on to our children. So we
Mm-hmm.
don't have to worry about our children's future. We don't have to worry about our own what golden years. Something that we
Mm-hmm.
like. I said, Mary, I went to McDonald's with my kids one day as well. The same thing. I saw an old man, and I was so sad because there were
Yeah.
teenagers there who were laughing at this
Right.
old man. There were school kids there. They were laughing at this old man because he was walking like that. Like he couldn't even walk, and he was trying to clean the tables where the teenagers were going to eat, and they were asking for him to bring them something. Just mockery. Why
Yeah.
would you live your life like that?
Yeah.
I felt bad for the man that, in fact, I know he was working, but I felt bad for him. At the end of the day, he would get paid. But why would you want to be doing those things at
Yeah.
that when you should be resting?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you put in all the energy now? If you think doing all these things now and facing the discouragement now is hard work, if you think, fighting or going through becoming an entrepreneur is hard work, try being broke at
Oh,
80. Try being homeless at 90.
say it, sis.
Try depending on peanuts, your patient at an age where you need a surgery or something. There is no money. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to depend on government. If they don't pay you or they don't support that surgery, you're going to die. Try waiting for that to happen. So
Mm-hmm.
really, when you think about the future, you think about your life, you think about where you want to go, you think about people you are seeing now. They
Mm-hmm.
should all act as examples. They should all act as warning for us.
Yeah.
Warning signs for us to be able to know that no, we don't want to become like them. We have
Mm-mm.
the opportunity now. There was no internet in that person's life, that time.
Mhm.
The
Yeah. Yeah.
80-year-old, the 90-year-old, there was no internet then. But now we have the internet, we have the education. We are passionate about educating people. That, as Dr. Ekene said, the internet has come to stay. And as Warren Buffett said, if you don't learn to make an earn or a living whilst you are
We're
sleeping,
sleeping.
money whilst you are sleeping, you will
You?
work till you die. Like these old people are, they are working until they fall dead.
Mm.
We don't want to do that. And so we are taking advantage of this internet because it has come to stay. We can be sleeping and our business will still be running all over the world. And so don't be discouraged. No matter what is coming to you, don't be discouraged. If it's the public, in fact, it's easy. Just block them. Forget about them. If
Mhm.
it's someone within, let them understand the whys of why you are doing that, how it's going to benefit them. Sometimes it might be because maybe you are the home breadwinner or you are the financial provider of the family,
Mhm.
and they are
Mhm.
scared that you're going to take this chunk of money to invest. They are worried. So explain to them that there is nothing to be worried about. Let them
Right.
see how many people are doing it, not just you. You're not the first person to do it. Let them see
Yep.
how many thousands of people are doing it. Let them see the evidence that the potential earnings and all that. Let them see that, and that will also what let them. I'm sure that Carol, I don't know whether your husband saw what you were doing before he joined you. Like when he saw the potential, I'm not going to
Just for
wait for them
some
to go too far.
money.
Let me join. And your daddy joined as well. Your sisters are, so when
Mhm.
they see the potential, you explain to them, they will understand. But if they don't understand, don't waste your time on them
Don't waste your
and
time.
don't lose hope. Don't lose hope because being an entrepreneur, as we have said, you have to know it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, but you have to keep going. And also, you have to minimize how to handle discouragement. You have to minimize the effect on them. For example, my husband is away. He works away. He goes 1 week and come back. He's an geologist, and they work in the mines. They go and come back. Imagine if he's at home and he wants my attention, and I'm doing live at this time. And already he's not happy with the job. Imagine that's what I'm saying. He's happy with my job. I mean, I'm just giving an example. So you have to
Mhm.
minimize the effect on your partner or your husband or your family. Those who are discouraging you, don't make it worse.
Mhm.
If you are a mom and your children you are got teenage kids, or you are a wife and your partner or your spouse is already against it, but you're already in it, don't make it too much. Don't I'm not, I don't know if I'm explaining myself well.
You are, yeah.
Don't
Don't
do
give them
things
more
that will
reasons
affect them.
to. Mhm.
Try to do things when they are not around, or try to do your lives or whatever you have to do. Make sure you still have time for them. It's really
Yeah.
like having a business, any job, and your job, you got a new job, and now you can't take care of your home. That's how it's going to be like. So if
Mhm.
you really, you don't have to make your business now negatively affect your family,
Exactly.
negatively affect those that you love,
That's a
because now
very
you
good
have
point.
changed. They are saying that you have changed because you were not an entrepreneur before. Now you have changed. You have become an entrepreneur. You have become someone else. In their mind, it's someone else. They don't know you anymore. But let them know that it is you. You have now
Yeah.
bringing out what is in you, your purpose, your
Mhm.
God-given purpose. You want to bring it out to help as many as God wants you to bless, with your gift with. And you cannot sleep or cannot be happy or cannot be feel fulfilled if you don't do
Mhm.
that. But find a way that it will not
Find the
conflict.
balance.
It will not, yes, find balance. That it will not conflict with other things that you are doing. That is a way to handle discouragement. Because
I
even in the
love
Bible,
that.
it says that if you are married to someone who is not a Christian, you who are a Christian, your lifestyle, make sure that whatever you do will make the person now will turn their mind, because they will be like,
Yeah.
oh, you are really a Christian. Look, I do
Yeah.
all this. I discourage you from going to church. I do all this, and yet you are still really like, and then you will be able to draw them. The same way with this business, the way you handle it will be able to draw people who were discouraging you. They will be able to draw them to you and work with you.
Mhm.
So that is a few things that I think I'm gonna leave it here because if I keep
That's
on, I'll just.
amazing.
But yes, we will find discouragement, but we have to keep going. It doesn't matter what you are doing. It doesn't matter whether it's a business or your own personal life, whether you are studying, whether it's a marriage, whether no matter what it is, don't give up. You have to press on. You have to make people know, let them understand that this is your life. This is what makes you happy. There is something in you that needs to come out. If it doesn't come out, you are not going to be happy, and that is going to negatively affect those loved ones in the end. Thank you.
Wow, Rebecca. Woo. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. Yes, I love those points. I
Yeah.
love them. I just love them. Yes. So I know you talked about earlier. I actually missed this part. I was going to talk on that, and I kind of lost it in my mind. We're all nurses here, and again, people wonder like, you guys get paid so well. Why do you decide to go to do digital business? Why do you go to the online space? Like Dr. Kenneth mentioned earlier, yes, we get paid so well, but do we have the time to be able to spend
It
that
comes to
money that we
cost.
work for? Most of us work 12-hour shift, and
Right?
you find yourself being at work the whole time. You can't even take a decent vacation for yourself because you're busy working. What is the point then working all that money when you cannot spend the money? That is exactly why we're doing what we're doing, because where we are right now in this digital space, we got that. We get that money, we get that time, we get all those things that we really long for.
Right.
And again, Rebecca, you mentioned about trying to be able to accommodate those who uh discouraging us. Yes, I believe one of the reasons why we all decided to start a business for ourselves is because we long to spend that extra time with our loved ones and our
Mm-hmm.
family. And if we are doing this and we're not able to accommodate them to spend that quality time with them, then we're actually failing on that purpose. So the goal is to be able to accommodate that, like make them feel like there's a change. Yeah, there is a change. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So they should definitely be part of what we're doing. Yeah. So we have some people here who are actually commenting on here. Let's see what we have in the comment section here. Kiral says opposition comes with any change. Yes. There is no way it's gonna go smoothly. You're gonna face those oppositions. People will come. And again, like you mentioned, girl, you should have that in the back of your mind that's gonna come so that you will be prepared for it. I know Dr. Kenna mentioned this as well. You'll be prepared for it. And when you know already, when you know that you know, there is no way somebody will make you know
Mm-hmm.
that you don't know. So you better be strong. Hang on to that so tight because that's what is gonna keep you going. You have to know yourself. You have to know thyself. When you know yourself, you know what you want in this world. Like I don't know. I just personally I love myself for that, and I give myself credit for that because before I venture into something, I know what I'm going into. And no matter what whoever says, I have a reason why I started. Yes, it's okay. I listen to you. I'm open to your opinions, but that doesn't mean your opinion
Everything.
counts. That doesn't mean it's going to change my decision because I know why I started what I started, and you will not be the one to change that. You don't pay my bills for me. You're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna give me the lifestyle I want. You like seriously. No, you know some of those things that you think about it and you like, why am I
It's
even thinking about this
annoying,
thing?
yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking right now. Like, why am I even thinking about that? Like, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have a role to play in this decision. I made the decision and I know why I made it and I'm moving with that. So please don't be someone out there that is out to discourage others. Listen to them. If they give their reason, if they explain what they're doing to you and it doesn't make sense to you, just walk away. Let them move on with their dreams. They have a dream, they have a reason why they started it. Stop discouraging people. And to you who's been discouraged, hang on to that why of yours because that's the only thing that will walk you through this dream of yours. Leopold says, but we know what we offer. No, I think I have a comment before that here actually. Sorry, I think yeah, I got one comment there. Yeah, from Leopold. I think this is our role to educate people about our digital business. If they close their ears and don't want to hear anything, we move. Yes, we move. Oh
Right.
my God. There is nothing you can do about it. Yes. There's this saying you can take a horse to the stream, but you can never force it to drink
To
water.
drink.
No, you cannot do that. Our role is to educate. That's why we're here. And that's what I love about this whole thing. The fact that we're giving people the knowledge that they don't know about. And again, at the end of the day, that's why we have that age group from 18 years up. We're all adults. We're capable of making that decisions for ourselves. Our role is to educate you. You make the final decision for yourself. We don't force you. Neither do we convince you to be part of this
Or
business. At the
cohes.
end of the day, you make the decision for yourself. And that's the beauty about it. When you make that decision for yourself, you are responsible for your business. You
That's
don't
right.
blame people for what happens in your business because you're building a business for yourself. You understand that this is a legacy you're building for yourself, and you get responsible building that legacy. So don't put blames on others. And Leopold goes ahead to say, but we know what we offer. What we are doing is amazing, legitimate, highly profitable. The benefits doing this business are incredible. Yes, I agree with you, my brother. And I'm sure we all agree with you here. Like it is, we've seen it. We've seen people who have made it. Again, when you want to do something, you need a mentor, you need a coach. And those mentors and coaches are people who have done it before. You cannot go and look for
Right.
someone who have no clue of direction in life to mentor you or coach you. Then what's the point? What's the point of a mentor or coach? You have to go for those people who have done it, who have succeeded in it, and you want to be where they are, and even
Mhm.
past them. Like you want to go past them, and they will be like, "My friend, come here. I thought you
I'm
this
back.
thing. Why are you going for
Hey,
this?"
where do you think you're
That
going?
makes them a good mentor.
When I'm showing you the way, now you want to start showing me the way. That is how big the dream is.
Yeah.
Rebecca mentioned that your dream should be scary, and that's why people discourage us because they think we have a scary dream. Our dream is too big that they think we cannot achieve. No, we can. We can. Actually, your dream should be exciting and so scary at the same time. That's how you get going. Yes. Leopold says if people know the potential of business, they won't lose even 1 second. A digital business you can pass on to your children. Yes, that's the legacy we're talking about here. There is no job you're going to pass on to your children.
Nope.
Forget. If you've been working all your life, guys, it's high time you start thinking of something you can pass on, especially to those in the diaspora. We are in the part of the world where nobody cares about your possession. Like the house we live in, although we buy our houses, we pay mortgages. At the end of the day, I always tell myself, this is not my home. This is not my house. I tell my kids, you see, people die here and leave credit card debts for their kids to be paying. Like
Yeah.
seriously, that is not fair at all. So
It's
we are
not.
trying to break that barrier. That's exactly what we're doing here. That's why we're building this legacy for ourselves. So our kids, we should leave something promises for our kids, not debts for them to be paying. No, that's not fair for them.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, oh, he has so much for us here. Amazing points here, Mr. Leo. Thank you so much. We know our business is amazing, highly, have I read that one? Highly
Yeah, I
profitable.
think you read that one.
I read that one already. Okay. We know our business is amazing, highly profitable, and legitimate. If people just know the potential of the business, they won't lose even one. I think that's like coming
Right.
up a
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
couple of times. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. So much. This is exciting. I love this topic a lot. And it's a topic that we can just flow with it. And why is
Yeah,
that? Because we have had first class
we've
experience with
experienced
it.
it.
We've been
Mhm.
discouraged in one way or the other while building our business. We've had people talk us out of it. And there's one reason. Well, not just one, but this is one of the main reasons why we are still here building the business. Because we know what is in it. We know what we're building for ourselves. We have seen people done it and we will not be an exception. We have a big why. We all have a turning point in our life. We all have a reason why we long for change.
Mhm.
Like Dr. Ekene said, when you get to that point, those discouragements will not even move you. You will
Mm-mm.
just give a deaf ear to them because you have been touched, like you've been beaten, like it's like you've been beaten by a snake. It's like you just think like you've been wasting all these years and you don't want to waste any year anymore. So we are building this. We're here to stay, we're here to build, and we're here to move. So before we leave, we're just gonna put it out there. Like we know there are so many people out there who are looking to start a business on their own. They are just tired and exhausted, feeling discouraged, depressed about what they are currently doing, and they think they need a change. And again, the online space, the internet is here to stay. It's not going anywhere for your
Mm-mm.
information. It's not
Teach
going
you can't.
if you don't have something going on in the internet yet, like something legitimate, I'm not just going to say something, anything, because we all know there's a lot of scamming going on in the online space today. I myself, I get such messages almost every day in my inbox. But of course, because I have educated myself, I know what is out there. I know when one of those pop in my inbox. So you should be educated enough to I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad when I look at somebody. Like I don't feel bad like that person has been scammed, but I feel bad like why did you let yourself into that?
Okay.
And that is because you are looking for that get rich quick thing. No, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
work that way. It doesn't work that way. You have to do something legitimate. You don't expect to just give somebody $500 and the person gives you $1 million. Like if that
And they say
person
you don't
come
have to
for
do nothing.
$1 million, why would that person come for $500? What people like think people? think for a moment here. You got to put in something. You have to provide people with services or products to be able to be paid for that. And it should be something valuable you're providing for them. What you're providing for them should be way more than the money they're giving you. So that's what we're doing
That's
here.
right.
We are providing people with services and products for to be paid for. And that's why we're proud of what we're doing, because it is legitimate. We know what we're doing and we know it's a legacy we're building for ourselves. So to you guys, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I know we all have something to say, but we can take like a minute or so to say it. So to those who are out there who are looking at starting something legit for themselves, a side hustle, a plan B, who feel like they're fed up with their current jobs and they just want something different to supplement their income, they're looking for a second source of income. What can you guys tell them as far as our business is concerned?
Who do you want to start?
That Carol, you start.
Okay. So, I
And
mean,
also, before I forget, like, how can they get started with us
how can they get started?
yeah, if they're really interested and they want to join our
Yeah.
online space?
So, I wanted to say, I've been running, Leah and I've been running this business for a little over a year now. We officially launched in May of last year. I was coming right out of maternity leave. You know, I had to not only go back to my nursing job, but I had to get a second nursing job because life, right? And it's been an incredible experience. I don't think incredible is even the word to use. Like, if I could find a better word to use, I would, you know. And I just sometimes I feel like kicking myself because I'm like, I mean, Lucy is my coach, guys. Lucy and I were Facebook friends, even though we didn't know each other outside of Facebook. So I saw the day that she did her business launch post. I'm like, if I had just clicked on the link that she put on the post, like, do you know where I'll be today?
Yeah.
You know, but it's better late than never, right?
Yeah,
So that's my only regret, you know, in this business for the 1 year and a couple of months that I've been running it, the fact that I did not start sooner. And you know how what we say about, you know, skepticism, doubt, even when the doubt is not, the skepticism is not even based on any concrete information. Like, you just see somebody say, I'm launching an online business, and your mind is already like, that our neighbor who launched a business like that. You don't even know what the business is about.
yeah.
You've not even asked any question. You're already, you know, generalizing and freaking yourself out of, you know, an experience that could be beneficial to you. So what I always tell people is, don't be like me. Do not, you know, postpone or shy away from something that potentially could be an amazing, amazing opportunity for you. Take the step, get the information. If you take that step and you get all of that information and you decide, you know, that one now, like that decision you're making, it's an informed decision. It's not coming from a place of fear. It's not coming from a place of other people's experiences. It's not coming from a place of negativity. No, like that is a solid decision that you're making for yourself based on the information that has been provided to you. You're like, okay, looking through this information, I see that this is not for me, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. I always say this: business is not for everybody. That's just the truth. Because I feel like it takes a certain mindset, it takes a certain mentality to be able to grow through the different seasons that you go through, that you will go through, not you may, that you will go through in business, right? And so, in as much as it's an incredible opportunity, I also respect when somebody is like, oh, you know what? I looked through the information. I really do not think it's for me. I do not necessarily understand it from the perspective of one who believes that this opportunity is the best. You know, especially if you have a career, you're looking for a side hustle, or if you don't have a career and you don't have a business that you're doing. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity. But do not assume just from, you know, glancing at a post that somebody made, or do not just sit and assume that, oh, it may be this, it may be that. If you think that this potentially could be for you, and if you're actually that person that is looking, that's like, okay, this 9 to 5 thing is not sustainable. I can't do this for the rest of my life. Or I can't do this till I'm 60 or till I'm 70. I'm looking for something that is legitimate, something that is potentially profitable, something that I can do while continuing to build my 9 to 5. Because we're not advocating for, go on and quit your 9 to 5. I was able to do that because my business was doing so well, is doing so well, and my kids are very young. So I was like, you know what, I get to make this choice. And that in itself is an incredible blessing, that I even have the opportunity to be able to make that choice to say, in this season, I choose to not work as a nurse, right? Like being able to quit 2 nursing jobs within just a couple of months of running the business. Like, to me, that speaks more to how an amazing of a business package we have than anything else, right? Because I started it, I had gone back to work and I had to get a second nursing job. And so like being able to not only quit 1, but 2 of those jobs and be able to continue to rely on the income that is coming from the business, to where now, like, we are consistently making 5 figures, consistently, like major 5 figures, right? From the comfort of home. Like not needing to do no somersaults or go work night shift somewhere, or no, like just from the comfort of my home, being able to do that. Like, I just feel like that's mind-blowing. So if you are that person and you are looking for a side hustle that is both legitimate and profitable, you don't have to keep looking anymore, because this is it. This is it. We are all in the public space. We are all nurses. There is no way I would jeopardize my license and my reputation to come put my face, put my kid's face, put my husband's face. My dad is doing the business now. I will never want to jeopardize the reputation of my family and my reputation and my career by coming to this public space to say all of these things and they're not true. I will not do that. Right? And no right thinking person will do that either. So if you are looking for an opportunity, again, there's nothing better out there. Like, at the risk of sounding proud or, braggadocious or whatever, there is nothing better out there. This is it. So either you click on any of the websites that you see on the screen. I can vouch for all of these, Rebecca is incredible. Mary is amazing. Dr. Ekene, they're all amazing digital business mentors, and you will be in really, really good hands. These are people that are doing such an incredible job of running their businesses, and they will guide you step by step. So click on the web, any of the websites on there. It will take you to their website. And then there's just going to be a short form, your name, your email. That's it. You put in your name, put in your email, you hit submit. It takes you to a page where you get to watch the free webinar, right? It's about 90 minutes long. I always tell people, if you really want to start a business, you really want to start something substantial, 90 minutes is not too long to sit down and get information about it. Right. It's not. Actually, like, I was so excited. When the webinar finished, I was like, like, it's not longer. So you should be able to spend 90 minutes to sit down and it's a video, so you can play it while you're doing other things, right? So watch the webinar, and then after watching the webinar, pre-register, because that's where, like, you get all of the information in one place. You get all of the information in one place about the business package, the how you earn from the business, every single thing that you need. And then there's the money back guarantee, of course, after you pre-register. So you don't have to worry about, am I going to lose my money? This is a risk. It's zero risk. You're given up to 30 days. If you go through the information and decide it's not for you, you get back your full refund. No questions asked. There's no exit interview here. Nobody even has time for that, right? So you feel free and you walk away and you're good to go. But at that point, you would have gotten the information to decide if this is for you. That's how I got the information to be like, that's when I actually started falling in love with the business, because I was like, this is mind blowing. It was mind blowing to me. And I was like, there was something like this out there and I didn't know,
Oh,
you know. And then plus our business community, you see, the growth that people are having in their businesses are on there, how much people are making on a monthly basis. And I was like, how did I not know about this thing earlier? How did I not? So please, we can talk, till the sunsets here. But again, it's not going to do anything for you if you don't take that step to decide for yourself if this is for you. But it really is an incredible opportunity.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, able coach. Thank you so much. You've actually said it all, actually. Yeah, you've said it. You've told them how they can join, how to get started, and all the fun stuff. Thank you so much. And Rebecca, I don't know if you have anything else to add. Take it over, girl.
I think our boss has said it. Anyway, I'll just add a little bit just because from experience, because some people have actually taken the step, to watch the webinar, but they haven't progressed.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, when I watched the webinar, honestly, I didn't, like Carol was saying, you want more information because
Yeah,
the webinar is just an introduction
exactly.
to the business. So it's like a teaser. So you have to come in. If really you have the taste for something different, you have to move on to the next step. So if you are already in the system or you are thinking of joining, and as Carol told you, you go through that process and you watch the webinar, don't let it end there. Don't be this have different things in your mind that it could be something else, it could be this, it could be this. No, follow through,
Mm-hmm.
get all the information
Mm-hmm.
for you to be able to make an informed decision. Some people just see the webinar and they're like, this is MLM. This is a
Mm-hmm.
pyramid scheme. Once they see the webinar and they see people seated sharing their testimony or their testimonials, as we call it. And I always say that even in church, they line people up for testimonies. When you are going to buy something, yes, because
That's
testimonies
a
are
good thing. Yeah.
by others. So why, when you are going to buy something, you don't buy it because the advertiser is advertising that thing as
You look
very.
for reviews.
You look for reviews. You look for reviews. So it's very important for us to also bring people who are making it, who have used our proven system and have evidence, they have results, so that they will come and you will hear from them. And you also know that they are real people. We are not just talking, they are real people. So the only way for you to know everything about the business and get more information is to continue on to the next step, which when you pay that money really you can just spend it on a lunch or dinner with the family. It will
Oh
just go
yeah.
so it's not really much. It's not
No.
money we are asking for, and it's only a one-off payment. It's not like you have to pay it every month or every year. It's one-off for you to get access to all this information so that you'll be able to make an informed decision. And I want you to know that this is not a pyramid scheme. Come in
Mm-mm.
and see for yourself. Take the time because, of course, in the pyramid scheme, people are working. You are working hard, and only those on top are benefiting. This is not. You are building your own business. You
Yeah.
get assigned a coach and a mentor to help you along the way. No one is alone in the system. We have our website because we don't want anyone to feel lonely or to feel lost in the big community. We
Yeah.
are growing. Every week, people are joining. Hundreds, thousands, we are growing. The group is now what? 120 some thousand,
Yeah.
like it's growing. So we don't want you to just come in and then you are lost. No one knows you. You don't know anyone. That's why we want you to go through one of our websites so that when you come in immediately, someone is holding your hand to guide you. You have
Yeah.
a coach, you have a mentor. You are not left alone. You have the
Mm-mm.
whole community support as well. So please come in, get all the information, go do your own due diligence because comparing a job that you are working in now, if I want to ask you now, take a pen and draw right now where are your bosses, who is next to your boss, assistant manager, who is next. That is a pyramid right there for you.
Yeah.
In the
Your
business,
job is a pyramid.
so we can see how many people are at the bottom, and
Yeah.
you are all at the bottom. You are all doing the hard work. But the
Yeah.
managers are just in the office and just typing in one thing and then just phone calls and they are earning big. That is a pyramid right there. So please educate yourself. This is not a pyramid scheme. Educate yourself. Don't be stopped by the testimonials. Just come in and see for yourself. Get all the information and use wisdom to make the right decision. This business is a big blessing to many of us. And the Bible says that the steps of the righteous are ordered by the Lord.
Ordered by the
Pray
Lord.
about it. You are praying. You are praying. The answer is right there. What else are you waiting for? What other sign are you waiting for? God has given you the answer. So
Yeah,
take a leap of faith. And if it's not for you, at least
that's
you have
okay.
tried. At least
Yeah.
you have checked out, and there is no regrets. So take
Mm-hmm.
that step. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Dr. Kenneth, your turn. What do you
I'll
have to add
continue,
on?
I'll continue from where Rebecca stopped, the progress of that you can make in this business. So there are people that have listened to the webinar. In fact, have been listening to the webinar twice a week, have registered, paid their 149, have got all the videos, pre-coaching calls, have done their coaching calls even. They have the money, but the skepticism sets in. Now
Still holding them back.
they're asking if oh, this is too much amount of money to spend to open up my own empire, to open up my own business. This is too much of a commitment to do this and that. Have you ever asked yourself how much you're worth, or you think you can buy time? So don't be discouraged.
Yes.
If you've gone through all these steps and you're now skeptical, don't be discouraged. It happens in life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, such amount of money to start up a business is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy for one person, it's not easy for families, but
Mm-hmm.
it is something that thousands of people have done and they are really
Mm-hmm.
succeeding from that.
That's right.
It, it is something that people have done to benefit themselves and their families,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So don't be discouraged. Once you've got up to that point, try to move further. Because
Yeah.
once you invest in yourself, because once you invest in the products, these are the products that you and your families are going to be using, that you don't have to sell to nobody. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to buy products to sell to people. This is not our kind of
Mm-hmm.
business.
All that kind of business.
There is nothing stuck in my garage. There's nothing stuck in my basement
No
because
inventory.
nothing to sell to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I have nothing to tell my family and friends, to convince them to come join me.
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing I've established for myself. And if I want to extend it to my family, then I can. It
Yeah.
depends on why. So this is something that you would have to take the bold step
Yeah.
to go into in order to get that financial freedom, financial liberty in your future. Because remember, whatever decision we're making now would positively or negatively affect us in the future.
That's
So
right.
it depends on you right now to determine how your future is going to look.
Mm-hmm.
If you've come up to that point, make the final uh, leap of faith to invest in the business, to invest in yourself. This is your own
Mm-hmm.
business. You are the CEO of the business. You have all the support. You have the training open to you, which is video based,
Mm-hmm.
which you can follow step by step in order to build your own business. And finally, remember this: anything that is legitimate takes time. The time it will take for one person may not be the same time it will take for the
That's
other,
right.
right? So anything legitimate takes time, and this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a legitimate online business. This is a
Yes.
legitimate digital business. So it will grow gradually. Give
Mm-hmm.
yourself 1 year or two, and you
Oh
will see
yeah.
things that you've created in your life. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all I have to say.
Well, that was a lot. Thank you guys so much. You've actually you have actually concluded it so well. And I just got a couple of points here to add. I know you mentioned we're running a business here. Every person in the right senses know before you start a business that you want to get a return in that business, you have to
Right.
invest in that business. It's all about investment. There is no business you're going to start for free and get a good return in that business. So, guys, get that in the back of your mind. Our business entails investment, and your investment is not going to go in vain. You will
Right.
definitely get a good return in it. And again, some people are usually like, oh, I don't know how to use the internet. I don't know. No, you don't have to be tech savvy. All of us here,
We
we are
have a
nurses. They don't teach
90-year-old
us
in the business.
technology in nursing.
Hmm.
We, we, you can operate it. We have everything in place for you. We have a step-by-step training, like Dr. Ekene mentioned. There is no selling involved. You don't have to be following family members, making those cold calls to sell products to people. No, we don't do that. We have mentors and coaches that are here to hold your hands to guide you every step of the way. Everything is set in for you. Everything, all you need to do is follow instructions. Be ready for change. That's all you need. And believe me, your life would definitely not be the same after 1 or 2 years that you've
Right.
been in this business. So, to conclude it all, we got the website on here, guys. Check in our website, and you will definitely not regret being part of this business opportunity. And just a quick thing on the comment section there. Leopold says the skills you learn for free in this business is amazing. Yes, so
Hmm.
true. Yeah. Personal development, personal growth, like you will be amazed what you will become just being part of this business, guys. Your mindset will change drastically, and people around you will be like, huh, what's happening to this person?
What
And
happened to you?
that's the type of change you want in your life. Very, very important. And we have Josephine here joining us, watching replay from USA. Well, we're still live, sister.
We're still
We
alive.
are
Still
still live
live.
here with you. So thank you for joining us. Yes, we always target an hour, but just because we have so much information to share with you guys, we find ourselves going above an hour all the time. That's because we love what we do. When
Yeah.
you enjoy what you do, you speak with that flow. There is always that flow when we come up here to speak with you guys live. So thank you all for all our viewers who've been live with us. We appreciate your time being here with us. And again, if you haven't shared this video yet, please click on that share button, share, so it can reach those who we are not able to reach. Our goal is to reach as many as possible. Those likes, we want them. Those thumbs up, please. Comment in the comment section. Though, if you're watching replay here, please, we still welcome your comments. Drop it if you have any questions or concern. We're all open to assist you, or you can personally DM us. We're here to help you guys. Don't be hanging out there with questions without having answers for them. That's why we come live. And we're here live every Thursday. So watch out
Mhm.
for us. Watch out the space because there's a lot of good stuff happening here. So we'll be back next Thursday to see you guys. Until then, you take care out there and we love you all. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, our
Thank
gentlemen, to our
you.
gentlemen.